got a late start today. But we on the way. We are on the way. There's a lot going on. I was on Minister Sports page, Minister Sports live chat yesterday, boy. It's like I make Ohio State's fans so mad. I'll be having them folks mad for no. I'll be having them mad. What up, Channing? What up, Nelson? What it do? I'll be having them dudes mad. I had a dude so mad yesterday. I don't get what he's so mad about, though. Why are you in this chat? You live in a 1-bedroom, 600 square foot apartment. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what does that have to do with anything? Where I live. That's how you know you got somebody in their feelings when they start trying to talk about your job or your house and they don't even know where you stay. Don't know nothing about you and trying to say, I'm like, bro, I got you in your feelings. Calm down. Like, calm down. This is an Ohio State chat. What are you doing here? Minister Sports talks Michigan every day. Like, what are you talking about? Hey, it's a lot going on. I'm trying not to, get in that mode. But I'm not liking what's going on. I mean, how could I? I'm under this bridge. Hopefully the connection don't get too bad. But yeah, how could we like what's going on right now? But if we being honest, this had to be expected. Now, we didn't expect Ben Herbert to go with Harbaugh, but the NFL is the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Given the coaching change, I believe under Moore we will wind up being very good and beating Ohio State. Right now, the season, how good our season, we still gotta, if we can retain our roster, the season should be a good season. You know what I'm saying? But if guys start leaving and stuff like that, then it can be a problem. Because right now on defense, we still got like eight dudes that pretty much played starter minutes last year. You know what I'm saying? So if those dudes start leaving, it's gonna be a problem. You know what I'm saying? Herbert was a kick in the nuts because he's a part of the real culture build. Like, the dudes loved him. Everybody was sending out heart emojis and stuff like that. Broken heart emojis and all that. You know how social media is. But yeah. So that was somewhat a kick in the nuts yesterday. Because honestly, I didn't expect him to go pro because the pros don't really need him. But Jim Harbaugh hired him. I think he was at Arkansas for a while, and he was at Wisconsin, I believe. But he's a Jim Harbaugh guy, kind of. He loves Harbaugh. Plus, it's the NFL. Everybody wants to coach in the NFL. It seems like once to decide if they really like it or not. Plus, you're gonna make more money in the NFL. So it's kind of a perfect storm for some of these guys to get their feet wet in the NFL and see if they truly like it. Because you could think you want to coach in the NFL, but it doesn't give you the fulfillment because you're not teaching young men. So that could be part of it, But guys want to take that. Guys want to get that chance, that opportunity to decide for themselves, do they actually like it? Now, Herbert's replacement is one of his assistants. So you're keeping the same kind of guy. He's come up under Herbert. Like, so we got him. They promoted him yesterday. We retained our nutritionalist. I'm not sure what her name is, Angela or something like that. But they retained her. I know they like her. But yeah, right now it's just guys are. The program is in a little flux. I'm not gonna front. I'm gonna keep it 100. It's in a little flux, but that's expected with a coaching hire, because Jim Harbaugh is Jim Harbaugh. Sharon Moore is trying to make his name and make his stamp on college football as a head coach. So all we can do is wait, and hopefully players don't start leaving. That's the big thing. Hopefully players don't just start dipping. Nobody is left yet, but we'll see. When the portal opens back up again, I believe in April or something like that. Yeah, I think it's April. But yeah, so that's what's going on. Mike Hart, I'm hearing Mike Hart quit, which I heard Will was going to transfer. And yes, the culture that was built in, instilled in the players, lose too many players with the mindset, the culture. Yeah, and that's the worry. Because if you lose the players that were there when the culture was built and changed, it's almost like you're starting over. So that's the thing. So it's crucial to keep these veteran players that we have left. Like, it is crucial. That's the number one job. I'm hearing a bunch of stuff about the players. You don't know what's true. You know what I'm saying? I heard Kenneth Grant followed Texas and all this. Like, so we just gonna have to wait and see, which isn't good. Ward is not proactive. He is reactive. We're in trouble. I feel like we won't be very good next year with that fall off. I feel like, to me, it's determined by the players. If we can retain our veteran players, I think we'll be good next year. Now, if all these players start transferring, we starting over from scratch, honestly. Like, Ward Manuel, I don't know what he'd be doing, honestly. Like, to me, what just happened at Michigan the last 3 years, winning the title, all this stuff, it's like, bro, get ahead of this stuff. Get ahead of it and understand how beautiful it is. Like, get ahead of it. But the problem is when Jim going to the NFL, so I can blame Ward, but I can't blame him for everything, because Ben Herbert, he's a grown man. If he wants to go to the NFL and follow Jim, we're going to do it. It's the NFL. We got to understand the NFL is the NFL. Like, everybody wants their shot at the league. Everybody wants their shot at the NFL. You know what I'm saying? So we have to understand that. Like, Jim built the program. Jim built those relationships, hired those coaches, and if Jim wants them to come with him and the Chargers approve or whatever, a lot of them dudes are going to go because it's the NFL. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it goes. Whether that was Jesse Minter, whether that's Ben Herbert, they got the opportunity to go to the league, they're going to take it. Ward had his chance to be a hero by helping stabilize and fortify them. Instead, he makes extra hurdles for us to overcome. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying he don't get no blame. But it feels like we're dealing with politicians or something almost. You know what I'm saying? Like the way Michigan operates, it feels like you're dealing in the real politics, which is a grimy game. Yeah, you shake somebody's hand and promise them something, and then you go back to your office like, yeah, right, I'm not doing this. Hey, yeah, right. Thanks for voting for me, but I'm not doing nothing for you, buddy. You know what I'm saying? So it feels like real politician. If you know politics, it's grimy. It's grimy. I shake your hand, make you promises, and give you nothing. You know what I'm saying? So and that's what it feels like dealing with the administration and Ward or whatever with them. That's just what it feels like to me, at least. So, but right now, all you can do is relax. We can't go overboard because it's not gonna change nothing, honestly. Like, I hate to say it like that. Like, right now we just gotta wait and see. I'm trying not to go overboard. Now, if the players start dipping out, then it's gonna be obvious what's going on. You start seeing Kenneth Grant or Will Johnson and some of these dudes that have been around and, you know, ready to take that real next step of just being super dominant. It's gonna be a problem for us, especially next year. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what's going on. Bro, this stop and go traffic is crazy. Man, yeah, I think we'll be okay with the strength and conditioning. It's just players and people get attached to the head guy, because you know you can come up under somebody, but that doesn't mean you've got the same personality as them. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we should still be in good hands. It's just, you know, different people have different personalities. So Ben Herbert was just a serious, no nonsense kind of dude, you know. Spent all this time with those dudes because the strength and conditioning coach spends a ton of time with players. Spends a ton of time with them. So right now it's a waiting game. Mike Hart, I kind of know what was probably his problem. He's probably mad that he didn't get promoted to OC or even get looked at as head coach. He's probably pissed about that. Yeah, he acts like academics is it. Yeah, and that's a fact. If the players start leaving in, the writing is there. Like, this is about to be a rebuild, whether we like it or not. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. Michigan ain't beating Texas and Oregon. Not if we lose our star players. Not if we lose them. But right now, if Michigan was to retain what they have right now, our defense is good enough to keep us in every game. If you don't know that, that's your problem. That's your problem, not mine. But right now, our defense could keep us in every game. I don't care if you're talking about Oregon. I don't care if you're talking about Texas. I don't care who you're talking about. Our defense is stacked enough to do that. And the head coach was master at best. So how is academics everything? Yeah, and that's right. What I'm doing right now, just sitting back. But Michigan tries to focus. Michigan tries to act like they're above sports, and this is a university. This is academics. Even though the football program pays for like all your other sports and stuff like that. Like, bro, like, come on. I just hate that they kid themselves. Like, bro, come on. This is Michigan. This isn't Harvard. This isn't Yale. Like, come on. Like, just stop. Like, and that's not to say Michigan isn't a prestigious university, but come on. They be talking like it's MIT or something. Where they just play in sports secondary, like, oh, we're just playing. We decided to field a football team this year. Yes, our students asked for it, so we decided to field a football team this year at Michigan. Let's see how this goes. I do find it a little savage that they're these gladiators, but the players wanted it. Like, bro, calm. Like, stop it. They get out of hand with this Michigan prestige and all this. They get out of hand with it. Y'all been taking nothing but L's since the Natty. Yeah, but we won the Natty. See, this is why Ohio State fans, they hate me. This is why. Because y'all come on here and then I have to cook you. Y'all been taking L's since 2020. You dig? Y'all been taking L's since 2020. So, Trepper, I want you to go to Home Depot, go to Lowe's, and go find some polish. I want you to go to Ohio State, and I want you to find that 2014 trophy, dust it off, because it's dusty. It's real dusty. I want you to dust it off and remember the good old days while you do it. I want you to remember. Like, man, this was a good time. Urban Meyer, oh, you were such a great coach. I love you. Oh, I want you to go reminisce. I want you to reminisce about the good old days. Remember them? Remember when? Remember when y'all could beat us? Remember when we didn't just win a national title? Can you do that? Ohio State, if championship or bust this year, 13 million by way they stood for. I like how when we losing coaches and all the haters, some flocking to your page. Yeah, they've been flocking. The problem is they ain't gonna get what they wanted because I'm still gonna roast you. They ain't gonna get what they wanted. I be having some of these Ohio State fans so triggered when they just see my name, they get mad. They get mad when they see my name. Let's see. One thing about them Buckeyes, they support their team and they have the backing of the university. That's why it has trouble because we don't back the football team like that. That's a fact. I mean, Michigan don't back nobody. That's why I was saying they act like sports is third or something. Like it ain't even second, it's third. You know what I'm saying? We're a university first, you know. Even though the football team is bringing in all this boatload of money, you know what I'm saying? It's not about the money to us at Michigan. But yeah, that's just how it is with them. That's just how it is. But you Ohio State fans, y'all so happy. Y'all so happy, boy, because y'all knew y'all wasn't going to be able to win. If Harbaugh stayed and these dudes stayed, y'all wasn't going to be winning. That's why y'all happy right now. Y'all like, thank God. Oh, thank God. Because I knew, we brought in a lot of good new guys, but I still don't think we were going to beat them. Oh, thank Lord. Oh, please let, y'all just hoping players start transferring. That's the only thing y'all need. That's the last piece. They hoping players start transferring. Then they can be like, oh, okay. Woo. Because I still didn't think we were going to win, but well, now they're losing their players. Yes. Yes. Now it's all coming together. Thank God. Thank God. It's a sad case. Y'all sad. Y'all are truly sad. You know, but it's right now. It's the real waiting game to see who comes in, who stays, and who goes. It's not. No matter who we hired, we were gonna have to deal with this. And I know some people are gonna say, "Well, you could have hired another coach, and he could have brought his own staff in," which is true. But if you did that, you might lose your roster. Well, you were going to lose a lot of your roster, so it would have been a rebuild anyway. So keeping Moore retains some of the culture that was already there, and Moore knows how the inner workings at Michigan work at this point. So he can try to navigate it better than someone from the outside coming in, because you can, and we all know this because we follow Michigan closely. If you're just a coach coming in and thinking you're gonna do this and do that, and I'm gonna do this at Michigan, and then you have that real meeting with the higher ups, and they're gonna be like, you're not doing this, you're not doing that, we don't do that here. You get what I'm saying? So it's different. It's kind of like Rich Rod or something, even though Rich Rod's was mostly on the field. But that's why they try to hire Michigan men, because they do things a little bit differently. You know what I'm saying? They do things a little bit differently. So that's what's going on. I'm just waiting and watching, trying to relax and enjoy the Natty. You know, people got to understand, and these Ohio State fans and these dudes that come to troll and want to troll, they're all with the, oh, you guys, well, your program's this and that. Bro, shut up. We won my problem is with Ohio State fans is they're trying to say that that's last year. That's in the past. How is the championship in the past that we played 3 weeks ago in 2024? It's the past technically, but come on. We won the title in 2024. The next college football champion won't be crowned until 2025. Does that make sense? I need some of these Ohio State fans to stop it. Like, just stop. So that's the thing. Like, the championship is played in the next year. I don't understand how they don't get this. It's like they come up with every reason to not just acknowledge that we're the champs. Oh, that was last year. This year has started already. What? Whether this year has started already or not, we're still the champs. Like, I don't get how this makes sense to anybody. But they're really the only fan base that says this freaking nonsense. If it's not the cheating, it's gonna get vacated. Y'all won the championship last year. No, we won the Big Ten championship last year. We won the national title this year. It was played in 2024, genius. Like, I don't get it. But that's Ohio State fans for you. You know, they can't deal with it. They just cannot deal with we won the championship. Like, it eats them alive at this point. They cannot fathom. They cannot just deal with the fact that we won the championship. And just accept, man, y'all had a good team. Y'all beat everybody on y'all schedule. We got y'all next year, but y'all did it this year. Y'all did it in 2023, 2024. Y'all did that. I just accept that we won the championship. They can't accept it. They gonna make every excuse in the book. Like, bro, get over it. Just get over it. Whether the program goes up or goes down, it still don't matter. The champs. Like, just get over it. But what else? They're trying to say Kirk Campbell is gonna be the OC. I don't know much about him as an offensive coordinator. I think they said that he did the ECU game. That was so long ago, I can't even remember how the play calling was. But he did one of those games, did the play calling. That was a long time ago. I can't even remember how it was, honestly. So, that's that. Mike Hart left, which I get. I mean, I get it. If you wanna move up in your coaching career, and Sharon gets basically not handed, but he basically got the keys to the program. You know what I'm saying? So he probably felt some type of way about that. And if they're talking about Kirk Campbell getting the head coaching job, probably felt some type of way about that. I mean, not head coaching, but offensive coordinator job. Probably felt some type of way about that also. So that's just kind of what it is right now, you know. Some of these coaches, of course, they're good, but they're not the only good coaches out there. You know, Mike Hart, we all love Mike Hart, you know, one of the best running backs in Michigan history, Michigan legend. But he ain't the only good one out there. If he did leave, that's just speculation right now. It's just a lot of speculation. It feels like everything is speculation until we get the Twitter report that is fact, and then ESPN comes, and then everybody else comes along, Bleacher Report, you know. So that's just what's going on right now. It's Lexus trying to open up them horses. I come to work in my little Hyundai, and I'm just cruising. But I got a Charger RT, and when I get in that thing, boy, you talking about I'm eating up some pavement, boy. You talking about I am passing everybody. I ain't gonna lie, I'm wild in that Charger. I ain't too wild, but I get pretty wild because it's just so fun to drive. But this season, I know people are like, well, is the season gonna be good or bad and all this? Is it gonna be good or bad and all that type of stuff? Right now, we don't know. So, you know, people want answers. Everybody wants answers. Like, nobody knows. Hell, Sharon Moore don't even know at this point. You get what I'm saying? Like, nobody knows what this season holds for us. Even him, even the head coach, he don't know. Because we don't know who's gonna leave and who's gonna stay. You know, so that's the thing. That's the thing. Like, if I knew we were gonna retain our roster, then we hire a defensive coordinator and all this, I'd be like, we're gonna have a good year. I wouldn't even think twice about it. You know, we're gonna have a good year. But if those players start jumping ship, then it's like, okay, then we're gonna have to wait and see. So that's what's going on with Michigan. It's really a waiting game. A waiting and hoping game. Please don't leave, brother. Please don't go nowhere. You know? But yeah, you Ohio State fans, they in denial. I get in that Minister Sports chat, you would think I was a mass murderer or something. They just really, they can't stand me. Some of them. Some of them can't stand me, boy. You'll swear I took their girlfriend. You'll swear I took their girl. Like, bro, calm down. It's just trash talk. Now, calm down, boy. You get out of hand. You live in a 1-bedroom apartment. Like, what? What are you talking about? Like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, some of them dudes really just, it's like I irked them. Yeah. And they're like, what are you here for? Like, I mess with Chris. Like, I have Chris's phone number. You know what I'm saying? Like, Chris has reached out to me on a couple occasions to do some stuff, you know, on their other page. Like, I didn't even get to do it because I was having problems with my laptop at that time this season. That's when I wasn't going live. I was having problems with my laptop and was being cheap and didn't want to buy them. But like, I got Chris's number. Like, I can text Chris and be like, you want to do a show or something? Like, you know what I'm saying? Cool dude. You know, so I rock with Chris. And Zach is just hilarious, honestly, because ain't no telling what he gonna say. Like, Zach is hey, Zach Smith is wild, bro. Like like, Zach is wild. Like, I need people to understand how wild this dude is, the stuff that he says. Like, his commercial reads and stuff. Get your freak on. Like, if you trying to get your freak on, if you trying to take her to Pound Town, like, bro, like, this dude got the funniest ad reads, and like, he'll just say some of the most wild stuff. But, and he knows football somewhat. You know, he was an actual coach. But like, if you just listen to their show and the ad reads and listen to what Zach says, bro, like, that is hilarious. Like, dude is hilarious. Because he has no filter. He's got that coach, I've got no filter. Like, yeah, Zach is wild, bro. Like, Zach is wild, but he is hilarious. You know, even though he loves Ohio State, he tries to hide it somewhat. But Ohio State fans, they feel like that's their show, even though they talk about everything. But yeah, so I'm in their chat and they get mad. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Like, bro, shut up. Shut up. Well, yeah, I rock with Chris. Like, so, you know, everybody's hoping, they're all hoping that the program collapses. This is honestly, this is the most joy Ohio State fans have had over the last 3 years, is watching our program go in flux after winning a natty. Like, this is the most joy that they've gotten out of the last 3 years. It is. Oh, yeah. Because they've got a huge fan base. So if they talk about us and they pull in the Michigan crowd, then now it's just two of the biggest fan bases, you know, coming to your page. You know what I'm saying? Even though a lot of people, Michigan fans, just watch it because they got a good show. You know what I'm saying? But they always lead with something that's like, Michigan's a meltdown, Harbaugh's out of there, or something. Sometimes it's clickbait. But regardless, they got a good show. You know, regardless, they got a good show. You know, and they're every day. Yeah, it is smart. It is smart because you got to work over the algorithm. And, you know, Chris knows how to, Chris really knows how to work social media. Like he really knows how to work it and promote himself and promote Menace to Sports on social media. He's really good at it. like Twitter, and all that stuff. I just don't get how Twitter really works. I still don't get it. When I go on there, I'm like, bro, how does this work? I really don't understand it. But I don't know. Michigan is a mess. Yeah, they come up with these titles and it's clickbait. You know, I watch it anyway just because I'm at work. All I do is watch podcasts at work. Sometimes I watch my own podcast back just to see what I was talking about. But yeah, you know, so everything's a wait and see right now. Like I wish I could just come on here and say everything's gonna be fine and relax. Cause normally I would do that. But right now, it's a little questionable. It is a little questionable. I ain't gonna front. It's a little questionable right now. You know what I'm saying? That Ben Herbert one was it hurt. It did hurt. Like that wasn't a small loss. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't a small loss. Then if Mike Hart leaves or has left, you don't know what player wanted to be coached under him. You know what I'm saying? So losing these coaches, it puts the program in some flux. You know, because you need to retain the roster. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm trying to enjoy my natty. That's what I'm trying to do. Can I enjoy it? Y'all. You can't even enjoy it. If Ward would help. Yeah, I mean, the problem is it's not the things that are going on. You can't really fix them. They're not quick fixes, unless you already had guys. Unless you already had guys in place. But then, what do they still got to wait that 7 days also? So these coaching hires, I don't think they're that quick of fixes unless he already knew, okay, I want you for this. I want you for this. Like, honestly, he would have to have everything in place as soon as Jim Harbaugh already knew, okay, this is going to be my OC. Okay, you're going to do this. You're going to do that. I'm going to try to hire him. You know what I'm saying? If he didn't have that already in place, it's going to take a little bit longer. And it ain't been that long. You know, it really ain't been that long. It's just we're impatient and we're watching everything go down. So it feels like we're imploding. You know what I'm saying? But it really hasn't been that long since Harbaugh accepted the job. Sharon got the job. Ben Herbert just left. They promoted his guy, his assistant yesterday. So it really ain't been that long. If we being real, it's just we're watching it and we watch Michigan content in Michigan all day, every day. So it feels like, man, what's taking so long? Hire this guy, hire that guy. But it really hasn't been that long. You know what I'm saying? It's just we're impatient because we're fanatics. We're fans, fanatics. You know what I'm saying? So, but on the other hand, you have to get your hands around this thing. You got to get your hands around it, and you got to do it fast. You got to do it fast. You know, that's just what it is. That's just what it is. You know, I'm trying to enjoy the natty. I'm driving on the causeway. I got palm trees. I got water, and I'm trying to enjoy this natty by the water, driving by the water with beautiful scenery. I can't. I can't enjoy it because I can't enjoy it. After 21, I thought we would take a step back, but we didn't. They'll get transfers in next cycle. But yeah, and that's the thing, because when the coaching hire, like whether it's Ward or Sharon, they have to be on the same page with who they want, who they need to get, or it has to be Sharon, but Ward still has to sign off on it pretty much. So they have to be on the same page. But the only way we would feel good is if, as soon as these guys left or NFL, is if and it just ready to go. And maybe Ron did know the writing on the wall. It should have been already piecing in what he wants his new staff to look like. Maybe he should have known Ben Herbert was going, you know what I'm saying? But all these things are things that we will never know the truth to. Like, you know what I'm saying? We won't know exactly the inner workings of Schembechler Hall. We'll never know the exact workings of this stuff. Like I was saying earlier, it's a lot of politics with dealing with Michigan. And as much as we could not like Ward, somebody like him because he keeps staying there. How long we been hating on this dude? And I ain't saying hating on him. I'm just saying, how long we been hating this dude, actually hating this dude, and he's kept his job? Like, how long we been hating this dude? How long we been hating this dude, and he's retained his job? So they like him. The higher ups at Michigan have to like him, because he's sticking around through all of this. Even when we hated him and we wanted him gone, he's still there. Jim Harbaugh gone now, he's still there. You know what I'm saying? So somebody wants him there because he does however those higher ups at Michigan want it to be. You get what I'm saying? I'm going over the bridge. I don't know if this connection gonna get spotty or what, but what's going on? Somebody want him there. He got control over this stuff like they want him to have control of it. Because not Ohio State. Michigan doesn't treat football and stuff like Ohio State. Now they don't want to be like they don't want to be as bad as 2020, but they don't want it that bad, but they don't mind losing 2 games a year. But I used to talk about this before we went on these epic winning streaks, and where we don't lose a regular season game and stuff like that. Before that, they were fine losing 2 games. Michigan was fine with that because they still getting their money. They were still top 3 in revenue with us losing three games and maybe even 4 games. They were still getting all that money. So they didn't really have a problem. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it was the perfect storm with Harbaugh, the coaches, the players, and then boom, we going undefeated, and on the doorstep of a natty, we keep knocking, boom, we kick the door down. So, but those dudes at Michigan, not the coaches, I'm talking about the higher ups, administrators, and all that stuff, they're fine with Michigan losing 2 games a year. They're fine with that. They're fine with Michigan losing 3 games a year. They're fine with it. Like, if I'm gonna keep it 100, they're fine with it. We're not fine with it, and I'm sure the coaches ain't fine with it, but that's just the truth. Like, and I made videos years of this because they still getting their moolah. They still getting, even if we lose 3 or 4 games, they still getting their chips with dip. That's what I like to say. I want my chips with dip. I want my chips with dip. And Michigan was still getting their chips with dip. Whether we go it or whether we lose the 4 games. As long as it ain't horrible like 2020, they fine, because they still getting that bag. So that's the thing that we have to understand and remember. But all this comes with being a Michigan fan. You know what I'm saying? Especially a Michigan fan that wants to understand what's going on. All this comes with it. He likes Howard because he's losing. But yeah, all this comes along with being a Michigan fan. Like, if you're just on the outside looking in and you don't know what's going on, you're like, oh man, they're just losing and all this type of stuff. Man, why don't they do this? Because they're fine with being a slightly above average program. They're fine with that. They don't have to. They feel like they don't have to be a great program. They don't have to win the national championship every year. They're fine with it. So that's kind of what goes on with the higher ups at Michigan. You know what I'm saying? It's not, to them, it's not we have to beat Ohio State. We have to win the Big Ten. We have to be in the hunt for a national championship every year. It's not like that with them. Because they still got that block M. They got that M, so that check gonna clear. Long as they got this, and we all buying stuff, supporting them, they know they're gonna be fine. Hey, that check's still clearing. We lost 4 games. Oh well, that check's still cleared. That's just the truth. That's just the truth of it. I know people don't want to hear it, but if you want to know why things are the way they are, this is why. Now, the thing I'll say about them with Sharon Moore, like Sharon Moore's contract is similar. He's not making as much base as Harbaugh, but his contract is. This is what I'll say that is smart about what they did with Sharon Moore. His contract is incentive based. Like, he makes $500,000 a year base pay, but most of everything else is win Big Ten, make the playoff, make the first round, get a second round bye, win a champion. Everything's incentive based. So if Sharon Moore wants to make money, for some real money for himself and his family, he got to win. Ward is the problem because every uranalyst who has connections in the program is defending by a constant lack of criticism. Knowing, but I was sure he was double agent to Ohio State. Yeah, but he's somebody's. Ward is somebody's puppet. He's somebody's puppet. That's how he keeps his job. You know what I'm saying? If he wasn't somebody's puppet and he was doing this, he would have been gone. He'd be gone. He's somebody's puppet. That's why he sticks around. That's why he still got his job. He's somebody's puppet. Because that's how they want it to be at Michigan. But what I was saying was, what's smart about Sharon's contract is Michigan has to be good for him to get his money. You know what I'm saying? That's the Michigan way, is academia. That's the Michigan way, is academia. That's why they're fine with him being the puppet like that and doing this stuff, because that's what they truly want. But Sharon, if he wants to get his money, he's got to win, which is smart. So if you want to get this bag and all these incentives like Harbaugh got, you have to win. You have to put the program in position to win. So that was one smart thing that they did. Put them incentives in. You want to make $5 million? All right, go out there and win another championship. You'll get your 5. You get your 5. Go out there and win another ring. Because I looked at it. It's all incentives. Like, it's all incentive based, basically. Like everything. Win the Big Ten. Make the first round of the playoff. Get a second round bye in the playoff. Win the championship. Or make it to the championship. Win the championship. Yeah, so all his incentives come from us being good. Hell, if we ain't good, as little money as he gonna make, he ain't gonna want to be at Michigan. They ain't gonna have to fire him. They ain't gonna have to fire him. That boy gonna be looking at his check like, man, I'm out of here. Yeah, just go, because it ain't working. So, so that's the thing. But yeah, Ward knows what he's doing, and the way they've got him in place. It's not a how does he keep his job. They've got him in position to keep it because he's making them happy. He's making those higher ups that want Michigan a certain way happy. So that's is what it is. But as far as the program and where it's headed, just sit back and relax, y'all. We going for a ride. We going for a ride. Just sit back and relax. That's all we can do right now. Don't stress and take a lesson from me. Don't stress yourself out too much during this part of the year, because whether you get mad or whether you just, it is what it is, it ain't gonna change nothing. So just relax and see where it goes, and then we'll find out. We'll see what we got by the time spring football starts. You know what I'm saying? So that's all you can really do right now. Don't stress too much about it. I know it's annoying and it's a headache, but just see what plays out right now. You know what I'm saying? Just see who they hire, who he brings on, see who leaves. We know we're gonna lose somebody, but hopefully it's not somebody that's important. But just relax and see what's going on. Well, we had a spammer in here, huh? Appreciate that moderating, Anton, getting them dudes out of here with that spam. But I'm at my destinations, y'all, so I'm gonna get ready to go in here, but just wait and watch and try to relax. You know what I'm saying? We can't change it. I know it's annoying, but you got to see who comes, who goes, who does Sharon hire. Now, I ain't gonna front. I start seeing some of our good and great players transfer. I'm about y'all gonna have to tell me to relax. I'm gonna be mad. Right now, I'm just trying to keep calm. Cause if I'm mad right now and the season ain't started, boy, I'm gonna mess around and have a heart attack by the time the season starts. But yeah, them trolls be going crazy. We don't know with Mike Hart. Some people are saying he quit, and some people are saying he hasn't. So we still got to find out about that. Yeah, they be doing some weird stuff, bro. People be getting in these chats doing just weird. It's like, where do you come from? But let me go on in here and get started, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Like, share, subscribe, and as always, go blue.